Hey loves, I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today I actually have another success story for you, and I also want to let you know that manifesting a specific person is one of the best things that you could ever do. I know a lot of times we have these questions on people asking, should we be manifesting a specific person? And honestly, I have found it to be one of the best things that you could ever do, and I'll explain it obviously perfectly in this video, and then you're going to have this new motivation for manifesting an SP. And I think it's really going to revitalize and create the passion within you to continue and bring everything you could ever desire into your life right here and right now. So think about manifesting a specific person, right? When we're manifesting our SP, we are imagining ourselves in that end state, right? The perfect life, with the perfect house, the perfect children, the perfect job. We always associate, or a lot of times we're mentally associating our specific person manifestation with that perfect life and outcome. Because if I were to ask you, what were the top 3 or 4 things on your list of values, love is obviously going to be very high up there. And that's because truly at our core, we are loving and positive beings. So of course, this is going to be something that is really, really important. And that's again why I feel like most people are manifesting an SP. And also the reason actually why people seemingly have, I don't want to say they feel like it's harder than other manifestations, but I will say a lot of us think it's harder than other manifestations. It's not. It's just that we find it so high on our list of values, we have an internal fear of it failing, because if we feel like if we fail at it, it's something really, really important to us. And so we're worried about it failing, so we put all of our anxiety and worry on it. But we never have to worry about how or when our manifestation is going to show up. We just have to focus on what it is that we want. And in today's success story, with all of this discussion that is happening, it's actually a success that doesn't necessarily align with a specific person manifestation. Like, it is a specific person manifestation, but it's not actual success with an SP. And it's funny because as you begin to assume the state, so again, think of yourself in that end state, again, where you're living the perfect life, everything that aligns with that needs to come to you. So as you manifest for your specific person, you'll see things that are aligning with your perfect life. So like your job, your career, your success, your wealth, all of that, the house you want, everything you mentally are also aligning usually with that end state of your specific person. So you begin to receive that as well. And in many, I would say almost all of my coaching sessions I've ever had, I find people, whether they're aware of it or not, are finding, because a lot of people say it, but then a lot of people only tell me their successes with their specific person, they find that other things seemingly flow into their reality very easily and effortlessly as they begin to assume the state of being with their specific person. And I was actually just on the phone with someone who I was reiterating this idea, and they're like, oh yeah, actually, I just recently got a promotion at my job during a time that they were actually laying people off and saying, there's no way we're going to have a promotion. That's what he saw in his 3D reality. But by assuming the state and literally working, because we're working together weekly on phone calls to actually pursue and have him manifest his SP, he found that he received this promotion. Because again, everything in your end state, you're aligning with abundance and positivity. So that's what you're going to see manifest in front of you at this very moment. But that's not that is a success story that I have with that, but it's not the specific success story that I wanted to talk about today. Because the one that I want to talk about is really kind of cool and mind-blowing. It totally has nothing to do with a specific person, but it showcases the power and ability that living and feeling in your end state can actually do for you. So there's a time I was on a video call with someone. We're discussing how to manifest an SP. They were also a part of the weekly meetings where we meet up. And during the the video call, they got a kind of a knock at the door. And like any other person, he's like, oh, I got to get that really quick. I don't know if he was expecting something important, but he gets up, he goes to the door. And, nothing unusual there, right? Sometimes, again, I was like thinking in my head, that'd be really funny if it was a specific person. They show up and they kind of come back and they kind of look really, really surprised. And I'm kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Like, maybe they would look that way if their SP showed up at the door. But I was like, okay, what's happening? What's going on? And apparently they had to sign for a $10,000 check that was delivered to their door. And again, you might be thinking, well, that's crazy. How does that actually have to do with manifesting a specific person? But I would 100% say that by assuming the state, again, because we were working together, literally talking about manifesting an SP, not manifesting wealth, not manifesting a house, not manifesting a check for $10,000, and they weren't even thinking about that specifically either. But because the idea of receiving a large sum of money is aligning with that abundance and positivity and just feelings of satisfaction, love, and commitment, because think of money, think of how much more comfortable could you be with a bunch of money. By assuming that state, everything that aligns with it must also be given to you. So you will find, and then I made the joke on all my calls now, I'm like, now you're going to receive a $10,000 check. It doesn't have to be necessarily that, but you will find as you assume, as you get into your end state, this is going to happen for you no matter what. Because in the same way that assuming your end state guarantees, again, persistence in any assumption is going to cause it to harden into fact in our external reality, as you continue with that, you are going to receive all of that abundance in any way that your subconscious mind thinks that you want. Because again, your subconscious is a part of you. The subconscious is just going to be the natural, habitual state of things that you're performing and doing. And as you assume something, you must see it outside of you. So if you think about that person in the phone call, they were not limiting themselves to anything. They were allowing the abundance, positivity to flow to them easily and effortlessly, and then they just get a check in the mail that they signed for $10,000. So what I really want you to focus on is do not limit yourself at any point in the process of manifesting. Because if this can happen for this person, then it can happen for you. It can happen for absolutely anyone. And then also think about it. It doesn't even have to be a $10,000 check. It could be $50,000, $100,000. You could get $1 million check at your door. Who is saying that you can't? Because as you begin to, again, align with that end state and you imagine yourself on your perfect wedding day, in the back of your mind and your subconscious, you're going to be assuming that you've also achieved kind of everything else with that. Because right, when you, again, imagine yourself with the love of your life, do you not feel completely full, complete, and like there's nothing else left to do? And be like, yeah. So in that case, if you're secretly desiring to manifest your $1 million with your yacht on your private island, again, there's something in our mind that kind of inputs the idea of being in that perfect love, being in that perfect relationship with all of that success. Because this is something I've seen happen time and time again. Again, I would say every single manifestation I've ever seen and kind of encountered in myself, when you're getting into that end state, you see all of those things come as like a secondary byproduct. Let me know if you have any questions on this in the comment section below, or if you're looking to receive a $10,000 check, because I still do have some phone or video call openings next week. No, I'm totally kidding. But getting into the state, you can absolutely receive that. Also, remember, you can also reach out to me on my website if you did want to book a phone call or video call at kyleaugustcoaching.com, or if you just wanted to send me a personal message. But thank you so much for stopping by today. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then don't forget to subscribe. But again, thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.